currently a polar vortex moving into what we like to call the low 48s. If you don't know, we live in Alaska and we deal with some extreme cold temperatures during winter. Currently, we are dealing with a little bit of a chilly situation. But nonetheless, all jokes aside, I want to advise you all in a couple of things that you can do to stay warm during this polar vortex. You may not be used to, like we are, to deal with the cold. So let's talk about emergency heating options. My favorite one by far when it comes to emergency heating options is the Mr. Heater, because I have tested it over and over and over and it does work. I am leaving here how to prep, so that way you can go in there and see what is better for you. Layering and insulation. This is something that we do here all the time. We do it as a second nature. As you guys probably see me, I have my vest. I have my fleece jacket on. Well, this is a pullover, whatever it is. It's just fleece. And layers. Layers are key. Layers will keep you warm. Oh, well, let me rephrase that. It will help you keep the warmth that your body produces. Very key to understand. Again, I am leaving here so you guys can look and how to prep now. Water storage and pipe protection. I would like you all to understand one simple concept. When water freezes, it expands. When it expands, pipes break. Here is my advice to you to protect your pipes. Close the main valve. Open the highest one that you have, usually is the shower, and open the lowest one that you have. Drain the system. That way you don't have water. That way there's nothing in there, so your pipes will not burst. It is a gigantic pain in the butt to fix those pipes. Now, water storage. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. Get those 7-gallon jugs that they sell at Walmart, fill it up, and put it in a room that you plan to have heated. I want to emphasize on that. In a room that you plan to have heated, you still need to have water in order for you to cook, to drink, and don't use it for bathing. I'm going to give you something else for bathing. In fact, let me just touch on the bathing right now. Bathing. Forget about using water. Get yourself wipes, and that's it. In fact, because you are draining those pipes, you're not gonna have water for flushing toilets. Go and get yourself a 5-gallon bucket and go get yourself at Walmart. They sell it this all day long. Those doo-doo bags. I'm telling you all, we have a composting toilet and we don't have any issues like a lot of folks here have, especially when the temperatures really drop. So take it for what it's worth. We have experienced this type of things. So go ahead and keep those things in mind. Food and cooking supplies. You're still going to have to eat no matter what. So don't try to be cooking an elaborate meal. Here's the best advice that I can give you. Canned food are ready to eat. That is your answer. Canned food. And of course, you need to have something that you can cook with. So again, I'm leaving things in here so you guys can get ideas. Backup lighting and communication. A lot of times, power goes out. And you need to make sure that you have ways to eliminate yourself and you have ways to communicate with others. I am leaving here ways for you to prepare as best as possible. Now, again, it all depends on your situation. I leave it up to you. One thing that I also want to emphasize on is on your vehicle preparation for cold weather. This is something, guys, this is something that a lot of people don't talk about. And I'm going to give you 2 things for you to do. Fairly easy. Anybody can do it. Number 1, a lot of people run their cars with water. Just water in the radiator, not antifreeze. Drain that water. Again, when water freezes, it expands. Drain that water and put antifreeze. Here, what we do is we have 70-30. because our cars need to be good for up to -60. So keep that in mind. Drain the water, put antifreeze. The second thing, remove your battery and put it inside your house. Batteries will drain in cold weather. Unless you have cold weather batteries. And I'm not gonna, listen, I don't want to sound rude, but most likely you don't have cold weather batteries. I'm gonna be honest. Cold weather batteries are extremely expensive. Extremely expensive. And if you don't have to spend the money, I'm pretty sure you won't do it. Here we have to because, well, it gets awfully cold. Now, the last thing, medical supplies. If the roads are impassable, if you have ice on the roads, which let me say something. Let me say something very important. It does not matter if you have 4-wheel drive in your vehicle. If you don't have the right tires, you will be slipping and sliding all over the roads on ice. I'm telling you that right now. We have to change our tires from summer tires to winter tires. Special tires to drive in the winter. So keep that in mind. It doesn't matter if you have 4-wheel drive or not. You're still going to slide all over. Now, medical supplies. Again, let me go back to it. If the road closed and you can't go nowhere, you need to be able to take care of business where you're at. If you depend on a specific medication to stay alive, you better have it. I'm telling you all right now, you better have it. Here's the thing. For me and for us who live in Alaska or in very cold weather climates, this is something normal. But for those of you who are not used to, take heed of what I'm saying. Winter is nothing to play around with. Nothing to play around with. And it can take your life. Just like that. With that being said, I hope you stay warm. Like I was, rock on, prep on, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.